Dick butt.
And welcome once again to
Dick butt.
to the Transaction Point podcast. I am Andrew,
Featuring our new team name.
and I am trying to be your DM. Apparently, I am failing at that. So today we have Jared playing
Dick butt. I mean Aya, the Tiefling Arden.
Oh yeah, you don't want to go down that road. I mean, everybody in the team can start calling a dick butt if you want.
and Chris playing.
That's fine. Dick butt is world famous.
I guess
And we
so.
have Christopher playing.
I am playing Guion, the Goblin Artificer.
And Alex playing.
I'm playing Sephruz, the Hengeokai Scout.
Jessica playing.
Zul Kalir, the Tiefling Scion.
And Ryan.
I'm playing Murdoch, the Dwarven Warden.
And Adam playing.
Cedra, Elven Monk.
Alrighty. When last we left our party, they had been victorious in the tournament.
Woohoo! Yeah.
But took names and threw Goliaths at their allies.
That is true.
And
We delivered sick burns to Team Gorgon too.
oh yes, you had fun. You kicked their butts very convincingly.
And we did all of that, and now we want to go on a
Rescue
simple
kittens.
quest. Rescue kittens. That's what champions do.
Champions rescue kitties. So yes, there was a thing about Kitty being gone.
Now, was this like on some sort of bulletin board or something?
Yes,
that
the
we
job
found?
board. Yes, the job board.
Okay.
I'd say, so are we assuming we kind of had the tournament on the weekend? Is this Sunday?
The tournament was a weekend. You had a day. You had Sunday basically off to get ready, and it's Monday morning.
And we're allowed to do this, and we don't have class in any way.
You don't have classes on Mondays.
Okay.
You have class on Tuesday and Thursday this week.
Okay.
And you can do whatever you want on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the most part.
Okay. Well, I'd say we've kind of discussed that we're going to look for kittens or look for this kitty, so I'd say our first mission is to find Sarah, because the letter or the thing that she posted was very vague.
Yes.
I mean, we could find a kitten for her, no problem, but
She probably wants a certain kitten.
I imagine she's looking for her kitten that something happened to.
I'm sure we could probably find some kobolds for her or something.
We can just give her. No, we can't give her Puggy.
No.
Oh yeah, not at
Puggy
all.
is mine. Puggy cannot leave.
Here's your kitten. That's a dragon. Nope. It's a kitten.
He
No,
felt
it's-
his fire. He's an improvement.
Is Pudgy coming with us?
Mm, we
Pudgy
probably should not bring
shouldn't
her to
come
town.
wandering about in town.
I also
Thank you.
imagine
Thanks
if
for
we
the
find
thoughts.
Kitty, Puggy will eat Kitty.
He will definitely try to eat Kitty.
Yes,
He'll
Kitty
try to
might
eat
be.
Leon.
Kitty would provide Puggy with, a majority of his nutritional supplement for the day. So,
So we look for Sarah.
you're looking for Sarah.
Yep.
Well, the items The the job board is actually in town. So there's a building just outside of the Swine Dimple's main gate, the grounds. It is basically not exactly a bar, but more a restaurant type thing, where a lot of students, staff, and locals from the town go to.
So it's a tavern.
Kinda. It doesn't. It serves limited amounts of alcohol. It's not anything strong. And it's mostly food and other stuff. But there's also the job board is in the main room there. On one of the walls.
Does this establishment have a name?
Well, did you look for the name before you came in?
Yes.
Okay. The name of this establishment, well, the establishment has a big brown sign outside with what appears to be a smiling brown dragon-like thing on it, and underneath it says the Laughing Dragon Inn and Tavern.
Oh.
With the inn part kind of scratched out a bit. So, inside there's, it's morning. It's fairly early in the morning now. So there's only a few people there who, are breakfasting late, basically. So, there's a nice clear view of the job board from the entrance. Like right across the main room from the entrance.
Alright. I walk up and say, obviously, I see wanted bandits immediately.
Yeah,
And so I tell everybody, bandits, we're champions. We must crush all bandits.
I nod approvingly.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think we should go and try to find the cat.
Yeah, that cat though.
I'm surprised Aya's not all for the church.
Well, it's a church. It's the Church of the Raven Queen. She's more a Church of Bahamut type.
True.
Raven Queen's kind of shifty. I don't trust her.
You're not supposed to.
So, bandits?
I still don't see what Bahamut's ever done for any of us, so. And by us, I mean tieflings.
Also, on that note, I propose a different name, but to make Aya happy, I say we name ourselves Team Light of the Sea Slug. Anyone?
I growl at you.
No, nobody. I mean, obviously, I'm still good with team insert name here. So, but that's just me.
Oh no, I still like Team Perseus just because it might rub Team Gorgon the wrong way.
Team Aegis. After this shield that trapped the Goron's head in it.
It should just have like a particularly bad selfie photo of like Ignition or somebody like attached to it. Like blackmail material, like boom. This is you before acne treatment.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
Or something that would be equally vile to somebody around her age. I don't know what the young folks are into being freaked out over these days.
The young folks.
So, bandits or save a kitty cat?
I'm all for bandits because I get to do some killing. Cat,
I don't know. The cat's pretty legit. I would help out a cat.
Always.
Maybe we need to
Oh,
meet this
cat.
Sarah first.
Sarah's actually a 40-year-old woman.
This is what This is what Murdoch wants to find out.
Well, yeah, Dwayne's like, well, yeah, I mean, she's got to have the goods, right? She's got to have money. We're not doing this for free. So if it's like some little punk-ass kid, forget it.
Well, considering the English that is in her letter for help, I doubt she is very wealthy.
Or elderly. Or aged of any way.
Or educated, period.
I've spelled letters that way.
Yeah, so.
What are you saying, Cedric? I
Who
mean,
the fuck is
Zephyrus.
Cedric?
Okay. So as you're looking around, you're basically all gathered around the job board. The three main, well, there's a couple other jobs, but they're kind of like, yeah, sweep. Yeah, I need somebody to sweep my doorstep, or, you know, or, you know, something along those lines. You know, they're just little things that that you probably would not be, you know, how should I say this? That are not in your skill range.
Got
They're
that
most
right.
likely lower than that. Yeah.
I
All
may
right,
or
well-
may not be back.
Alright.
Is this a do or not? There's no try type of situation? Well, I will look, as I said, I must meet this Sarah. I must see why this kitty is so important to her. So I will take the note and try to look for like a bartender or an innkeeper or
Yeah.
whatever this place has, that someone in charge of the place to see if they know who Sarah is.
Basically the staff person in charge, the manager, so to speak.
I'll look for them.
Give me a perception check then, so we can see how well. Yeah, you find them. For no reason. Alrighty. Ooh. What was that?
Well, that's usually the sound of when you type something in Roll20, so someone's was shooting that back out.
Okay. So anyway, you're looking around and you see what appears to be a middle-aged gnome guy behind what appears to be a bar type area. He appears to be the one that would most likely be in charge.
Okay. I walk up to him and I say, sir. Hello?
What? What do you want?
I'm looking for Sarah.
Oh,
Supposedly she lost her kitty?
so you're gonna take that job. Okay. Well,
I was hoping to meet her first.
Well, she's the daughter of the tailor. down the street. You can probably find her there.
Okay.
So,
I'll tell
are you
my
gonna
friend.
order anything or not? We have to go. Doggy bags, or kitty bags in this case.
Do you have bacon?
Hey, do we have bacon? Yeah!
Dweon's head
Okay.
pops up over the counter.
Ah! Oh my. Poor kid's is sick. Real sick. Ooh.
Are you
What
talking
did you
about?
get? What did you catch?
I don't know, but I must have got it from you.
I'll
Mhm.
ask my friends if they want food. For your information, I'll buy 5 pounds of bacon. Ooh,
Okay. Can
And
you have 5 pounds?
Dweon looks at you and he's
I
like,
think.
what are you going to get for the rest of him?
what am I gonna do with the rest of the bacon?
No, what are you going to get for the rest of the people?
I don't. That's what I was gonna go ask. I figure I don't know how long of a journey this is gonna be for us. I don't know if this is gonna take an hour, the rest of the day. So, and I don't want to order for anybody and get anybody mad. You know how those type of things go.
We're just trying to find a cat. How long could it last? Famous last words.
You're right. I'll just take my bacon.
Yeah.
So yeah. Your bacon costs about about a gold piece for the whole thing, for a bunch of it.
Oh man, that's some pretty sweet bacon.
I go up to the bartender and ask how much like raw meat he has.
I give him the gold piece.
Okay. Raw meat. We don't usually serve that. It tends to make people ill.
It's not for me. It's for my pet.
Okay. Should probably cook it anyways, just to be safe.
Perhaps.
Mm,
I mean, we've got a pyromancer, so I don't have to worry about it too much.
He just punches the meat and it cooks.
He's tenderizing and cooking at the
well,
same
we only.
time.
Yeah, I just swing my sword at it a ton of times until it's like shish kebabs.
Yeah, we usually only buy what we want to cook. There is a butcher in town if you want to get large chunks of meat.
Well, thank you for the information. And I toss him a couple copper.
Okay. Now, where are you headed for?
Well, you got the.
Well, we need to
go
get
to the
puggy food,
tailor
right?
and the butcher. All right.
I assumed you were getting the bacon for yourselves, and then you snack on, and then you go get other meat for Puggy later on.
We can get food for Puggy on our way back through after we get finished whichever job we decide to choose.
I like that idea. Well, we have to go see
Sounds
this
good.
Sarah. Supposedly, she's the daughter of the tailor in town.
Yeah.
I don't know what a tailor is.
That's a
Is
name,
that a
right?
name? Yeah, I don't know. But that's what they say. That's what they said.
I'm not sure why they refer to themselves as the tailor. Aren't there multiple tailors?
Maybe not.
Well, you were directed down the street, down towards the center square, and that's basically near the square. Yeah, the tailors. and you see a shop on the corner by the market square that has, displays in its windows of fancy clothing and hats and stuff.
Ooh, cool. Time for shopping episode.
Yeah.
We don't have
Well-
any money.
Maybe we can go in here and they'll know where the tailor is.
Sure. Yeah, let's check it out.
All
Hey,
right.
Andrew, I got a question. So the town that we're in was called what?
Swinesmead.
Okay, Swinesmead. That's right. Now, are they used to like seeing strange characters or walk around this town, seeing that students?
Well, considering that one of the major businesses has a robot, a crystal woman, a half orc, etc., as staff, and then have and that the staff, and it's a school that has again robots, tiny little people, ginormous gray people, etc., etc. Yes,
Okay.
they're used to this.
Okay, good. Well, I just wanted to make sure they weren't going to be like freaked out by a goblin kind of walking around, because I could like wear a hood or something like that. But
Well, seeing as you're also in the presence of things that are less weird than you, they would assume at the very least that these less weird than you are at least watching you to make sure
Okay.
you don't do anything funny.
well, no guarantees there.
Alrighty.
We'll beat him afterwards. It's okay.
All right. So who's got a good diplomacy skill that can go in and talk to this escort or this tailor person?
Escort.
Sorry.
Blind.
I'm crossing.
Really good diplomacy
things.
skill.
What's that?
I have a really good diplomacy.
All right, why don't you go in and find out? Hey, Zool, why don't you go in and see if you can talk to somebody about this? I don't think we're the best ones to be.
So who is holding on to the thing, the
Me.
note, the
Murdoch.
job note?
Murdoch
Murdoch.
is.
Okay. So Zool's gonna go into the shop with all the clothing.
Yeah, Murdoch can go with her, I suppose.
Yeah, that's
Oh, it's
fine.
up to you.
I look to Zool and I say, yeah, maybe they know where this tailor is. You can find this Sarah.
Alrighty, so you walk in. There's a little tinkle of a bell that the door bumps against as you're opening. As you open the door, and you see more displays and several like not shelves, several like things full of hanging clothing, dresses, suits, all sorts of different kinds of clothing. And there's a fellow actually working at what appears to be a suit of clothing. Kind of not quite middle age, but really close there to it. Late 20s at the youngest. Probably more, early to mid 30s. He has has like these goggles that you can that magnify that you see it magnify his eyes tremendously the way from your direction, and it's basically sewing up a little part of the suit he's working on. So, what do you do?
Okay. I'm going to approach and I'm going to be like, hi, we're part of one of the adventuring groups from Swine Dimples.
Make me a diplomacy check real quick. See how. Yeah, we'll see how well you do.
12.
12. Okay. When you speak, he's like, he's in the middle of sewing something. Ow! Ooh! Oh, sorry, miss. Sorry. He kind of sucks on his finger that he kind of poked. What do you want?
Well, we're from Swine Dimples, and we're actually responding to a notice we found on our job board about a young girl looking for her lost kitten. And from what we understand, she's the daughter of the tailor.
So, you're looking for my kid for this thing? So you're looking for for my daughter?
Yeah, she was the one who posted the job on our job board.
Uh, don't tell me she lost her cat again.
That would seem so.
Well, I'll go get her. She's probably not. Probably still asleep. Give me a moment. And he goes
Okay.
in back and appears to go up some. Sounds like he goes up some stairs to the the second floor and like, Sarah, are you up and moving yet? Come on, we need to get moving. Somebody wants to talk to you about your kitty. So you hear like a little bit of commotion as like drawers like pulled open and a bunch of footsteps and stuff. And this fella comes back down. She's getting ready. She'll be down in a moment.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So he goes back to working on the suit he's been, working on, and about about 2 or 3 minutes later, you hear some light footsteps on the steps coming down, and a girl of about 6 or 7 ish, walks out in a little in her little dress, like, Daddy, who's looking for? Can look for my kitty. These two are here to talk about that. Here, the man says through a mouthful of like stuff and needles, and he points his thumb over at Jewel and Murdoch. She's like, "You're gonna looking for my kitties, kitty."
Yep, we're here to look for your cat.
Kitty. Um. Yeah, Kitty is orange, and Kitty is big. Um.
Do you know where you saw her last?
I went to bed, and Kitty wasn't there in the morning.
Do you know if there's anywhere Kitty likes to go? So you can start looking for her there?
Kitty was Kitty likes to go out. Kitty likes to walk around. Kitty likes the tree out in the out that way. She points in the direction of the marketplace. that you recall had a small, like garden in the middle with a couple of trees.
Okay.
Well, we'll get your kitty back for you.
So, at this point, little girl's like, thank you, Harry man. And basically, like, tackle hugs you.
Uh, that's okay, little Sarah.
Yeah,
Murdoch is quite uncomfortable with it.
yeah,
Hugs are definitely not how he was raised.
yeah.
He truly he got hugged as much by his father as he did by his mother, which was like twice.
What is
I
Jeffrey
kind of
attempting on
like
the acrobatics check?
I don't know. He's trying to do some stuff outside the window.
I'm jumping on the roof.
He's trying to get our attention.
Get through the
So,
chimney and then like steal all the loot and then leave before they notice. But no, that's not actually happening.
yeah, alrighty, sure. Anyway, so little
Well,
girl,
we'll find your kitty for you.
yeah. So,
All right,
so
I
she's
guess.
like, yeah. You eventually manage to extricate her from mostly from your beard. As apparently that was about as far as she could actually reach in.
All right. Well, we best be going, Zool.
Okay. Yeah, we should get a start on looking for the cat.
All right. So we walk outside and we look at with the rest of the group,
All right.
and we say, "Yep, it's a little girl. She lost her kitty. It's
Yeah.
orange."
It's
And
tired. Crap.
Before you leave, are you taking her with you to search or
no.
just
Don't take the
introducing her
child.
to the other people who are
Don't
going to
take the
help?
child. I cannot handle the child right now.
Yeah, we might not be the best people for that.
I will kill a child on accident with quotes.
Yeah.
She fell
That's
down.
what they are.
She fell down a well. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
She just jumped right in the cat's mouth. What am I gonna do?
So,
Well, she did give us the one information we can go on, maybe, possibly.
That tree.
Yes, that's where this kitty likes to go.
or at least that's one of those places.
Yes. So maybe it got stuck up in a tree.
We can hope.
I've heard that happens in other lands. And then men with axes come to save them. That's what I've heard.
In bright red costumes.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, hey, did you two ask what's in it for us? I mean, is she going to pay us for this or what?
Well, how about we do it because it's the right thing to do?
I was gonna say, hey, I kind of looked at Dweon and says like, "You're expecting a reward."
It's fine. I can always steal from the father later if we must.
Dweon just looks up and he's like, got a blank look on his face, like he has never heard this in his life.
Yeah, but the cat is missing, though. I don't understand what you don't get, Dweon. The cat is missing.
And her father seemed to have obviously a successful business, so.
Oh, maybe I can get a hat from him.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't have to be in a contract, but maybe if we find his daughter's cat, he'll reward us just for our good deed.
Well, maybe,
Yeah,
but let's
yeah,
focus
let's
on
up with
finding the
that
cat
ugly
first.
thing.
Hopes of a reward.
So as you're about to leave, give me perception checks. from everybody.
Perception.
I should make them.
19.
Alrighty. Good one so far. Oh, all of
Crit.
them are so far good.
Crit.
Thanks,
Crit,
Citra.
and yet it's 8 lower than Citra's non-crit.
I got a 17.
It's also lower than my,
Alright.
like,
Everyone's got plus
Oh.
1 to their perception checks too, since I'm
Oh,
nearby.
24.
So basically, yeah, everybody made it.
Nice.
Yeah, everybody made it.
When it's
Dweon
looking for
made it
kitties.
simply because Cedra was there.
yeah.
Yeah, when I noticed it, I pointed out to Dweon.
So you hear coming from behind you, Sarah asking, saying, "Daddy, have you seen my blue dress?" And he's like, no. What is it? Was it in the drawer? As you're kind of going out the door.
Well, shoot. If she asks us to find that dress, I'm not taking her up on the offer.
Blue dress.
Alright, well, let's go to that tree and see if there are any tracks I can follow.
Yeah, it's a good
Or
idea.
if the cat's
Off
in
to
the
the
tree.
There's actually a couple of trees there in the garden, but there's one a lot bigger than the others.
We'll start with that one.
She said the kitty was orange and big. This is a 6 or 7-year-old saying it's big. I don't know
Oh.
what that means.
It's
Probably a
either
20-pounder.
That's a big cat.
I'm
Well,
very skeptical
It could
of
just mean that it was big, so big she could lift it, or so big she could ride it.
it's a tiger. I swear to
Again,
God, it's a
6
fucking
to 7-year-old girl, not sure what big really means to other bigger people.
Right. I imagine she believed I was big because she's very
Yeah,
small.
something like that. Yeah. I
tiger.
mean,
Oh boy.
you're a few inches taller than her and a lot wider. So yeah.
This is true.
So yeah, yeah. So the big tree, the really, really big tree. It's actually very big. Tall, and it goes out and provides shade to a large area. In fact, there's a couple of benches around the base of the tree for people to sit in the shade. So as you're approaching the the tree, give me a perception check from everybody.
Crit.
Oh boy.
We don't need to. He sees everything. Oh no.
With my
Actually, you're
plus
right.
11.
Murdoch may see nothing.
Where's Murdoch's?
Dweon sits on one of the benches and just kind of looks underneath it for the cat.
He probably sees nothing.
Yeah, I'm just scanning the area for the cat.
Alrighty.
I'm
looking
at, like,
everywhere.
the tree branches.
I see the wind.
Yeah, Sephruz has seen not the cat, but sees a shock of red hair of orange and blue just kind of run away.
Well,
In the distance.
alright.
Tree.
Looks like I'm yet start looking for prints to follow this thing.
Alrighty.
Oof.
Yeah, it went through down an alleyway by a bakery.
Hmm.
So just past the bakery, between that and like a little warehouse. The alleyway between there.
I tell the party where I last saw it going and ask if we should just start walking towards it.
Well, it went fast. You did see that much.
All right, running towards it.
Yeah, we might have to clear ground. Is there a way to shortcut through that way?
Give me a
Streetwise.
streetwise.
Right?
Yes, streetwise.
Amazing.
Where would be a good? Which way would be best to cut them off? No.
I say
I
let's
get so
go
excited
up.
about
So,
Streetwise.
what's everyone else say?
No, I don't have a
I
Streetwise.
was just gonna like beeline through yards and stuff. Like you said, it was right across from what place did you say?
It was in between a bakery and a warehouse. It was like right past where the tree, the other side of the tree, big tree.
Okay, the warehouse
You
is what I
basically
was
saw
thinking.
it like right. I saw like right beside some. It's like it came from the tree and went that way,
Okay.
or at least was in that area. The tree went that way.
Aya rolled a 21 on Streetwise.
Yes. Most of the alley, there's a bunch of alleys that go that way. None of them are, dead ends. So if you went like on the other side of the bakery or the other side of the warehouse, you'd eventually come to a street where you could come around the other, you do that. You cut them off if you're fast enough.
All right, let's.
Yes, indeed.
Let's run.
Yes. Also, Aya would at least know somebody should go down the place between the bakery and the warehouse just to kind of cut off them doubling back too.
All right, I'll
Should be
go
someone
that
fast.
way. I'll go that way. I can get at least a speed of 9 if I shift into my fox form.
All right.
I can head down the
Fox
other
goes
way.
after the cat.
Yeah, the other ways you would have to take a little bit. You'd have to go out a little bit and then around to get to there. So that might be one. Somebody fast should go down at least one of those. Well, Murdoch. And thinking Murdoch would be perfect to basically block off doubling back though.
Okay.
Doesn't move fast, but you don't need to move fast if there's no other ways to go. You have to go back by them.
I'll go whichever way requires the fastest person.
Yeah.
Me and Cedra have an equal speed of 7. I just have 9 if I shift into a fox.
Yeah. So.
So if we need to cover more ground too, I can also spread out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Plan then is to have Cedra go around the one way and Sephruz the other way, and the rest kind of back them up, with Murdoch kind of blocking off the double back.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
We should probably have someone on the roof.
Alright.
I can also, if need be, I can also take flight.
Yeah, exactly. Cedra, if it jumps up, you know what to do. I also have an acrobatics of 9, so I can help.
Alright, so you head around. Give me the ones that are running around the edges. That would be Cedra, Sephruz, I think Zul's going one way as well, and Leon. Give me athletic checks.
Oh boy.
Let's see how fast you can get there.
I knew that was not going to be good. My strength is 11.
My athletics is as amazing as my perception.
Duion got a 4 total, which is totally.
Leon is like.
Is
Oh,
there
yeah.
a way?
He goes about 5 feet or 5 squares. Is like.
Oh yeah, he's doing that husky run where he's
sits
just like.
down on a barrel or something, or crate, and just kind
Wheezing.
of just stays there wheezing until he stops wheezing, which may
I
or
wanna
may not
go-
be a while.
I want to do an Assassin's Creed style and do like acrobatics and just like swing from the rooftops.
Well,
I was actually going to ask about something like that.
yeah, you can try.
Just like either doing that or like using some sort of like Parker esque, like getting to your
Yes. Or
just
just
bolting
endurance to kind of
across
keep up
things.
pace.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have good endurance either. I just have
Yeah.
acrobatics.
And,
Let me
so,
give it a ring then.
A little bit.
alrighty, well, a couple of
Zool's
you at
kicking all
least
our
got
asses.
there. A couple of you did get there. Well, Aya did decently. Zool got a good score as well. Get there. So if Aya and Zool went different ways, they can basically cut off those paths with little problem, or at least be in the way. And hello, who's scraping? Jessica scraping.
Oh, sorry. I was holding on to my mic.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Alrighty. So we've got So you've got people blocking the sides corridors, and you've got Murdoch, blocking off the, doubling back. But Aya and Zool, as they come around the corner, do not see a cat or anything of that sort, or anything for that matter. Murdoch does not see a cat or anything of that, or anything of any sort really, coming continuing on down that path. So, however, the path between the bakery and the warehouse has a couple of crates here and there, and barrels and stuff. Like there's stuff that's either to be taken in, or that's being left there for whoever belongs to pick up. The Dweon's wheezing. Make sure it doesn't come behind us.
That's right.
Bunk. So yeah.
I look at Cedra as we're trailing behind the other two and say, do you think we should check the roof?
Do you think I could jump that high?
I mean, you could probably throw me in my fox form again. We've tried this once before. It worked pretty well.
All right, let's give it a shot.
I shift into a fox. Let's go for
Famous
it.
All right.
last words.
Yep.
What type of check to toss him?
Alright, so you're shifting into your fox form. Gonna try and climb up the wall. Or jump up.
No, he's getting
Yeah.
thrown up the wall.
Gotta try to grab on them ledges or at least like land on the roof gracefully.
Okay, make me a check.
What's the check for? I guess Cedra to throw me and I'll aid.
Well, yeah, Cedric needs to make an athletics check or an
Oh
acrobatics check
shit.
to throw you.
Okay,
Acrobatics? Okay, I'll
acrobatics.
give that a shot then. As I kind of
Front
use
flip
the
and
acrobatic
toss.
flip and the momentum of that to fling you.
You go flying a good ways. Now, here's the thing. Which building are you throwing him at? The bakery or the warehouse?
I guess it would be the warehouse,
Okay.
or whichever one has a easier to access roof. I was
Which
thinking the
one's
Well, the
warehouse, but
shorter?
maybe that's
bakery is
taller.
only a 2-story building. The warehouse is at least a
Okay.
2.5 to 3
Let's
story
go for the
building,
All right.
or
Well,
at
bakery.
then the
least
bakery.
taller. So
All
at the
right, then the
bakery.
bakery. Yep.
Alrighty. Sephrus, make me an acrobatics check as well for the landing.
Ooh, for God's sake. I'm rolling
Mm,
so low.
I know.
yeah. Alrighty. So basically, you're thrown at the roof. You basically get thrown like right by at the part of the roof that's right beside the like chimney for the bakery,
Oh boy.
and you kind of bump up against it a bit. Not enough to really hurt you as far as damage wise, but Yeah, you're kind of a little stunned a little bit from the impact.
Hmm.
So, what else? So, who else is doing something now? Anybody else want to do something?
Well, I think I've done my job.
Yeah.
As I lie limply on the side of the building.
Yep. So,
Yep, my work here is done. I just saunter on off, like, proud of myself.
mm-hmm.
So
You gotta take
Dweon
these
is
losses in
on.
stride.
Dweon's outside. He's kind of like on the outside of the alley, I guess, huffing and puffing. But he's like at the beginning of the alley between everybody else is down the alley for the most part, right? Or going around the backside.
Alrighty.
I guess I could maybe try to make a perception check to see if I can see anything out here that's noticeable or not. I don't know.
Go
There's
for
really
it.
not.
Go for it.
All right, let's see what happens. Oh wow! I actually critted on it.
Okay. Okay, Dweon. Here's what happened.
Okay.
As you're looking around the area, something lands on you and knocks you off your crate.
Oh no! Was it big and heavy, or how? What did it feel like?
Oh, it was fair. It was about your size. And as you're kind of recovering, you see some blue and orange, streak away.
Which way?
Back the way that you guys came.
So he's not down the alley. So it's moving really fast. Am I kind of like so I'm on the
It's moving
ground?
fairly fast, and it you get enough that it's not on 4 legs. It's
All
definitely
right.
on 2, whatever it is.
It's a weird
All
cat.
right. And with a 28 with a crit on my perception, did I get any more information than that? Then
It's 2-legged. It's definitely blue and orange, and it just went the other way.
oh crap! All right, so I yell
It's
out.
about your height.
All right, so I yell out just as loud as I possibly can. Oh my God! It's over here! It's behind us!
Yep.
Well, I flip around to the sound of that, and I beeline in his direction.
Yep.
Same here.
I try to get up and follow.
Yeah.
Crawling up to my feet, and I'm pointing to the direction that it went as everybody kind of gets to me, and I say, "There it is! Oh my God!" And it's like my height, and it's not running around on 2 legs. I don't know what the hell this is, but we need to catch it. It just landed on me and knocked me down.
So wait, if it's running around on 2 legs?
Yeah, and it just landed on my flipping head.
What?
Well, that doesn't sound like a cat then.
I don't know. But I think we need to find out what it is. It's very suspicious.
Alright, so what are you all gonna do now? Are you going
Follow
after
it.
the strange thing?
Oh yeah, we're going to. I'm gonna
Oh yeah.
definitely I'm gonna point to where it went and just start stumbling towards that way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run frantically towards it, trying to figure out where it's going.
Alright. Now, Murdoch, they found something. It's not a cat, probably.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah.
orange and blue.
And it
It's
jumped
or-
and it dropped onto Leon's head.
Oh, nice.
And ran off.
Oh, okay. Most excellent.
Guitar
And
solo.
no one has seen it yet.
Well, Dweon saw it go back the way you guys came from.
Yeah, it jumped on my head as I was like looking around and knocked me down. So I kind of got a good look at it, but not really good look at it. It was orange and it was blue, maybe wearing the blue, and it was running on two legs and it ran that way really, really fast.
Oh, you need it. The little girl bit her pet cat, and now it transformed into half a small child. We're a cat.
Isn't that how it works?
We're a child.
Or is it?
Oh boy. So yeah, you follow it. The marketplace is starting to get the early morning crowd, so it's hard to see what you're looking for there. So we'll need perception checks of some sort,
Alrighty.
or some other check to find out where things are.
I'm gonna listen.
Well, that's perception as well.
Yeah, I
but,
know.
You might. There's a lot of people. Somebody might have
Yeah,
saw it.
yeah. I'm listening to see if there's any like ruckus in any direction, perhaps. Maybe it's startling some other people or something like that. So
You're trying for the listen part rather than the see part.
yeah, so I get a 16 on my perception check.
Okay. So
And when you say there's people around that might have seen it, do you mean to say we might be able to ask somebody?
Yes, there's a few dozen people. The early morning crowds are starting to come in.
Alrighty.
People
Isn't
are
playing
coming through to
Streetwise.
either go to work or get early morning, deals and stuff. So yeah, there's people around if you want to ask about something.
We don't have very good. Well, I don't have very good charisma, so Streetwise is awful.
Well,
My charisma's alright. I'm gonna, I think, still give a perception check a shot, though.
That's good so far. Anybody else want to try and do something to find this object, thing, person, thing, whatever it might be, creature?
Threaten somebody with the light of Bahamut or something.
No, I don't think it'll work. Cats don't speak common. At least not that I know of.
Cats are evil
I think
assassins in disguise. Of course, they
A is
speak common.
probably gonna just keep running through the alleyways, just running around while everyone's looking.
Looking for other. Okay.
To be
Hey, it's
on
just
the
keeping
front.
our pace good.
Ooh, nice.
A is doing fairly well. Not fast, but is not wearing out either. Not the fastest, but not gonna be worn out. She could run a marathon today, probably.
She ran a marathon every day as part of her training.
Yeah, well.
The Templars of Bahamut must never rest when it comes to their training.
Mm-hmm.
So how many marathons have you run since then?
14.
How long have you been out of training?
I'm still in training.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so anybody else? Who have we gotten anything checked from?
Zool had
one. A little bit ago.
I rolled my perception up there. I got a 3.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see that.
Murdoch and Murdoch Smith. Murdoch and
I'm still here.
Dweon one.
Yeah, I rolled a 16 listening.
Yeah, Murdoch seems to be the only one who hasn't done a check yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously where we came. I was guarding the double. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
But the thing clearly ran this way where we're at into here originally.
Yes, but Dweon, who is on the other side of the was he on the other side of the bakery or the other side of warehouse.
Dweon was like, he was kind of where everybody started. Like,
So he would have been on the other side of the bakery.
yeah, he was kind of at the alleyway that way.
Alright, so you heard Leon say, "Ow!" And then, "It's over that way!"
And which could I tell? I couldn't tell which way he was saying.
Well, you heard him from the other side of the bakery.
Okay.
So, at the very least, getting around to the other side would either way.
I'll walk that way. Or I'll not walk, but, jog that way.
You'll head that way.
Yeah.
Alright, you go around, and you see Dweon and most of the rest of the party, gathered up there. Aya's not there at the moment, but you also saw her, duck behind another, up a street or two, through a passageway, the one, like she's looking around to make sure it's not gonna go that way.
Okay.
The best best way to find anything is to be everywhere at once.
Okay.
So it landed. You said it landed on Dweon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk over by him.
I'm like, it must have been like from up above or something. It must have gotten up on the roof and then jumped on my head.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over to Dweon. I'm gonna walk over to him, and I want to look at like the spot where he pretty much, I assume, fell on the ground and the thing popped down on him.
Well, it basically landed on his head and knocked him off of a where he was sitting. It was like a little crate.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I want to look over in there, and I want to roll a nature to see if I find any hair or things of. Well, at least to see. Yeah. I mean, it makes, especially if it fell, I imagine running, who knows how much you're going to get following tracks, but it actually hit the ground, so.
Alright, go for it.
Okay, my nature is that.
You're looking and you're not seeing anything of interest in that area.
Okay.
You kind of feel around, you don't feel anything either. Feeling around to see if there's like some kind of like string or hair stuck somewhere. It's just normal like crate and normal like a wall. And there's in the cobblestones, you don't find anything in the cobblestones either.
Okay. Well, then I guess I walk back to Dweon and say, which way did you say it went?
I point across, kind of went across the marketplace, right, Andrew?
Yeah, it went back towards the marketplace, and the last you saw it was, ducking behind some people who were there.
Right.
Well, I'll start walking that way. I feel like everybody else is running. I don't really go at that pace, so I'll start walking in that direction and tell Dweon, obviously, to keep an eye out.
Yeah. Also, Dweon, you feel something wet dribbling down your forehead.
I reach up and feel it. Is it blood?
Yes, you appear to have had a fairly deep scratch in your forehead.
Oh, I'm like, nuts. I rummage through some of my bags and stuff, and I probably had like some bandages in there because of my heal skill.
I noticed it, and nobody else did because they were kind of busy with where you were pointing it rather than what happened to you.
All right, I'm gonna just roll a straight intelligence roll real quick or something. I'll just roll. Yeah, I can. Well, okay. What I'm trying to think is I'm like, all right. I don't want to metagame here, but I'm like, okay. Would he think anything of this as far as a scratch from a werecat? Because we're kind of thinking that now. Actually, he's not going to think that right now. He's just like, oh, crap. And so, yeah, I'm going to just do a heal check real quick and just going to bandage it up.
Yeah.
What is my heal? It's actually pretty good. So I rolled a 20, so I get some Band-Aids out, and I, like, wrap it up.
Yeah, and you basically you get out some bandages and, like, a little, like, shiny, like, spoon kind of mirror each thing. And use to basically get it in the right spot. You see that there are 2 other smaller, not as deep scratches beside, one on each side. And they're about the size of, like, a fairly large house cat's paw.
Okay.
I think.
Huh.
Like, whatever landed on you was not 2-legged. Might have been a house cat or house cat sized when it landed on you. Then was it later?
Oh, I see. So the scratch, what you're saying is the scratch on me is kind of house cat size, not something I would expect from
it's
what ran away.
Yeah, it's like when it landed, one of those claws went really deep.
Gotcha. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Since he has a shifter in the party, would he realize that this thing shifted into something else?
If Dweon would, mention that and stuff, he might.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have seen Sephiroth's, switching back and forth from animal to person quite a bit.
Yes.
And so, I'm like, maybe, I don't know. I think it wouldn't be beyond the realm of possibility that we could think this also.
Yeah. So, as you're wonder, so at this point you're probably headed back the way you came to try and find that what landed on Dweon, or at least the rest of the party as well. Dweon kind of patches himself up a bit.
Yep.
So, as the rest of the party can kind of should fan out, go through the different areas of the marketplace. And some of you can ask if somebody saw something what you saw, what Dweon said he saw. Somebody needs to make a check for that, maybe. Can anybody hear me?
I was there for someone who has good charisma.
Okay, I'm just making sure, because nobody was responding to my question. That somebody should probably make some kind of check to see what they're looking for looking around or asking people about it.
Right. I'm just like, we didn't do really good on our last check except for Aya, sorry. So I'm trying to think of anything else that we could possibly do.
I mean, me and Cedra made pretty good perception checks, so we're probably following it pretty, or know which direction it ran.
You know the general area she was headed for, and probably, or this, whatever it was headed for.
I'll suggest to Cedra that we split up and try to corner it somehow.
Okay.
Alright, that's a good idea. Good idea to me. I just need to know where to go.
Alrighty.
Same.
Alrighty. So you guys are gonna head. It appears to have headed, towards where where this Sarah's house was or is. In that general direction. And as you're headed that way, a small orange thing just kind of streaks away from that house.
Oh no! So now it's heading away from the house now.
Well, it appeared to have been hot. There was a little like the building had a little there was like a stall beside the building, and it went from behind that stall just across the street and just bolted.
I'm gonna bolt after it.
I'm gonna follow behind him, except, can I roll a perception check to see which direction it would be going to see if I can cut it off?
It would be probably more of an insight or nature type thing. You're trying
Well,
to think what a cat or a cat-like creature would think to
I can
do.
definitely do nature.
Yeah. Alrighty. You have two major thoughts on what a cat would want to do to get away from someone. Either height, go up or down. So, Swine's Meat does not really have a very big sewer system really. However, there are a few buildings that might have basement type places. You don't know if any you wouldn't know if any of if any of these on the street would have them. The only other thing you can think of is get up high. Basically, get away. Those are the two kind of things that a cat probably would do.
All right. I'll yell at Cedra. Take to the rooftops. I'll follow it from down here.
All right. I majestically glide to the rooftop then, and I continue on with the chase.
I still
Alright.
love how that's
So
his
one of you is
name.
gonna go up on the
Just-
rooftop and see if at least get a better look at it, at where it's going. Alrighty. Who's trying to get up on a roof, and how are you getting there? So who is trying to get up on the roof, and how are they getting there?
Zephyrus,
Cedra.
transform and get thrown up there again.
It's Cedra, and he's just flying with his majestic glide ability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you still need to make a check to see how
Well.
well he gets there.
I'll
Uh,
check
That's what I
it
was
out.
saying.
what sort of check? Because all I'm using is a power that says I fly 8 squares, or 9 squares, I mean.
Oh, you have a thing where you can fly?
Yeah, I'm...
Okay, never
it's-
mind. You just pop
Yeah.
that to do it. I didn't know you had that yet.
Yeah, I have an encounter power.
Use it last game too. That
So
was
you
fun.
fly up. So you basically fly up. Wait, why am I thinking like? What was it? What was the superhero from? The guy who basically was like a cannonball or something, from one of the X-Men type of things. Basically, you doing that with your fire powers.
I know who you're talking about. That's Cannonball.
Fastball.
Oh yeah,
Fast.
that's
Oh
what I
yeah,
thought.
that is Cannonball.
Yeah, but still.
Who was that guy who was like a cannonball? You mean
Yeah,
cannonball?
sorry. It's been a long week. Alrighty.
No
So you're
worries.
gonna try that.
So there was like a man who was super?
There was a bat, but it was a man, but it was a bat.
Oh yeah, Man Bat.
You could say
And
he
that the
was
Marvel
some
ripoff.
kind of Batman.
Yeah. Alrighty. So Cedra's up on the roof of one of the buildings in that area, and heading, across the buildings. Give me a perception check, Cedra, so you have a slightly better vantage point.
Alright. Yeah, I kind of have an eagle's eye view now.
We're a lot closer to it. Oh yeah. So there's something orange and blue way over there, about to turn right on that street. Headed towards the right way. And you're on the right side of that street, on a roof. So if you can run across a couple more roofs, you can get to there.
Well, I shout down to Zephyrus to come right, and I continue chasing it.
Alrighty.
Alright, I do what Cedra told me.
Alright. So you come around the corner. As Zephyrus comes around the corner, he sees a blue and orange. He sees some blue and orange. Give me a perception check, Zephyrus. Let's see how. It's blue. A blue blob with some orange blob That's about all he sees. Running, and then just goes flat onto the ground.
Well, that's
What do you
weird.
mean? Flat.
Like it just tripped.
Oh.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I thought you literally meant like it got flattened. It's just like, well, that's not natural. All right.
No, I didn't say it went two-dimensional. I said flat. This is not 2D, man.
Yeah, tripped it.
Alright, so whatever it was tripped, and you might have a chance. It's trying to get up. You might have a chance to get at it.
All right.
But how do you do that?
Acrobatics or athletics or
Or
either.
endurance to kind of, push yourself a little bit farther than you usually go. Alright, Sephruz.
22.
Alrighty. Give me a grab attack. As basically you're gonna try and tackle this thing.
Basic melee or worse.
It would not include like your weapon proficiency bonuses, just like strength or dex or whatever you use
Let's see.
for it.
I don't know what these grapple rules are. Let me
It
check.
would be +4. Well,
You basically fall. You aim well, but you're like a foot away from this thing. However, give me a perception check when. Now you're about as close as anybody's been, other than Huion getting landed.
do I still get a +1 from Cedra since he's kind of
Cedra is a
nearby?
little out of. It's a little
Yeah,
too far
if
away.
you're within 5 squares of me, you'll have the bonus.
So 25 feet. I'm not sure how close he is.
He is also up on a roof, which is
Oh,
it makes it a little hard to get there to it. He's not quite in range, but still,
okay.
you've got enough of a look. This is not a cat.
All right.
This appears to be as far as you can tell, a red-haired, a short red-haired humanoid in a blue dress. As it basically gets up and continues running from you.
I yell at Cedra. It's running away, but it's not a cat. It's a humanoid creature like me. Not
Did
sure
it have
what this thing
cat-like
is.
features?
Also, Sephruz.
Not sure.
What form? You're in humanoid form, right?
Yes, right now I am.
Alrighty. Okay, just making sure about something.
I mean, tackling her would be very difficult as a fox.
Yes, but you might have noticed other things if you were a fox, too.
Fair enough.
Alright, well, I'll
Alright,
tackle it first and figure it out later.
Yeah.
Aye.
Alright, so as you're headed, you're following this. Aya, you go around a corner and see a red-haired girl in a blue dress running towards you, followed by several of your party members.
Do we see
That's
Aya?
unusual. But Aya kind of figures they're chasing her for a reason. So she's gonna buckle down, hold herself in a wide stance, and do halt.
Alrighty. And what are you gonna do to accomplish that?
I guess I'm gonna have to make another endurance to make sure I can stand my ground and hold this thing.
Alrighty. So you hold your ground. It goes around you.
Well then.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, Sephruz and Cedra, just go by on either side of you.
Cedra's still on the
Where
way.
is Zool and Dweon?
I'm gonna try and catch. Trying to catch up with people.
Okay. Alrighty, endurance or whatever, or any other athletics or acrobatics.
Let me see which one of these sucks the least. Endurance. An 8.
Okay, you're like, you know what? You decide to sit it down and as you're passing a small cafe. That smells good. One of those, and you sit down at one of the little tables. Yeah, it's been exhausting. And you never did get any of that bacon. Murdoch said he was gonna be away for a moment. So Dweon, what are you doing?
So I bandaged my head up a little bit. And everybody's pretty far ahead of me right now.
Yeah.
So
You
I'm
see
thinking,
Zool basically sitting down on a chair at a cafe.
I'm going to think about this. I'm going to do a streetwise check, which isn't very good because I'm not a charisma-based character. I'm going to see if I can figure out a shortcut to get there. If I don't, then I'm going to sit down with Zool. Let's see. So, but let's see what I got. I'm gonna roll. It's a straight up D20 actually, without a mod.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And I roll the dice. It says it's rolling.
Rolling.
I rolled a 14 streetwise.
Yeah, you're not really sure where things are, and you're hungry. You didn't get any of that bacon either.
I know, which is very disappointing to Dweon. So I sit down with Zool, and I'm like, and I'm like, just sweaty, and there's a little bit of blood on my forehead, and I'm just like,
cleaned up too well.
I'm just like, oh my god, this is like way too much work.
I didn't go to school to become a marathon runner.
Yeah. Murdoch,
God.
you're back.
Can't we just go kill some kobolds or something?
Yeah, for real.
Yep.
Yeah. At this time, Murdoch has eventually caught up to Aya, who was standing, basically trying to block a street that was a lot, wider than she was able to do so.
Okay.
And you see, like, Cedra and Sephruz, like, way in the distance going, running.
Okay. And I missed the first part of that, and I saw her.
Basically, while you were gone, they found
I heard a small humanoid with red hair and a blue dress.
Yes, and it's basically tripped. They tried, Sephruz tried to basically grab it. Missed on that, and it got away again, at least for the moment. And they were kind of going after it.
And I see them running away from me after it?
Yeah, it looks like, from the looks of it, Aya was trying to block whatever was his path, and didn't manage it, so they went past her, and she's getting ready to continue on as well. Hopefully.
Okay, let's see. I don't have any good streetwise, but I try to use that to try to see if I could figure out what the most likely direction she's gonna go and try to angle my way through all of this. But
so basically, try and find a good way to cut her off.
Cut her off, yeah.
Or get a shortcut to there.
Yes, hoping that at least I have that walking through this marketplace and all these alleys, I've somewhat gathered a level of understanding of that. So that's what I'm gonna try to do.
A is just seething.
Yeah.
I have no streetwise.
You have no streetwise.
So I rolled an 8 total.
Actually, give me a wisdom-based something. Wisdom check or wisdom or something. You kind of think on where would be likely places that
Okay.
Nature wouldn't exactly be this, but
A dungeon wouldn't either.
not really. No.
But streetwise is technically dex based, isn't it? No?
No, streetwise is charisma based.
Or charisma based, yeah. So what's a wisdom? Yeah, there's not any. You want me to just give you a flat wisdom check?
Yeah.
Alright.
Nature and perception.
Yeah, those are only 2. Alright, I can give you a perception. It's gonna be the same
maybe,
thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
It's kind of how much you've remembered of seeing stuff around, I guess.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. There's not much that away, apart from the lake. And a cat or cat-like creature probably would not be headed for the lake.
Okay.
So it's probably at least at some point gonna break off on a side street.
Alright. Well, I guess from that, I will try to head. Obviously not, like you said, toward the lake area. So I will try to head. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to know which side street, but I'm going to try to head more that direction.
So you're gonna. So more or less, you're gonna go down a street one way or the other, and then go down that street, kind of looking for him.
Yes, and hope that I hope for the best.
Alrighty. So, the thing is still quite a good ways ahead of Cephru's and Cedra. However, it's still in sight. It's not as fast as fast, but what are they gonna do? How are they gonna try and catch this thing?
Well, it's quite a ways ahead of us.
It's about 20-ish feet ahead of you.
Oh, 20-ish feet? Okay.
Yeah, it's not tons ahead of you, but it's enough that you'd have to put a good effort to catch up, or somebody would have to block its way or something.
Well, heck yes, I'm just gonna bolt straight for it then. If it's within grasp like that, I gotta just go for it.
Well, it's also it's moving about as fast as you are too, which is a surprise for something so small.
Well, thank goodness we're not on a treadmill. Otherwise, I'd never reach it. In that case, well, if I can't catch up to it to block its path, I don't necessarily know what I can possibly do.
Without actually, exerting yourself, it's about the same speed.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, is otherwise I would want to exert myself then.
Yeah.
To kind of grasp and catch up to it.
Alrighty. And what will you do to do that?
Well, can I make an acrobatics, or will it have to be something else?
You can make an athletics or endurance check.
He is still technically on the roof.
What?
He never did get down from the roof.
Yeah, I am on the roof.
Technically running on the rooftops.
Cedra is on a roof. Well, Cedra is starting to run out of roofs that would hold you. So there's 2 more buildings that you're pretty sure can hold you, and then a couple of thatched buildings in a row. That probably will not hold you.
Well, I'd like to, in theory, and I probably won't pull it off by a long shot. I'd like to outpace it and then jump down and in front of it.
Okay, got it.
You
gotta do that quick.
All right, I guess.
You can do that from the roofs, at least.
Yeah. All right, and if I cannot use acrobatics, I guess I will make this an endurance.
Yeah. Put all your effort into it. Oh,
Oh,
that's a crit.
lucky.
Crits.
That
That's
was
a
on
crit.
like a.
Alrighty. You are about a house. You get to the end of the house, and it's just getting to the front, the beginning of that house. You can jump down and basically be in front of it.
Right on,
However,
because I
we
was.
need an acrobatics check to see how well you land.
Yeah, that was a lucky roll. There we go.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
good. You land well. You know, kind of like to one knee, right in front of it, and it just kind of screeches to a halt. You get a good look at this little redhead-haired girl in a blue dress. No shoes, with no shoes on, and it's kind of and these greenish yellow eyes. And Sephruz, you're coming up behind them.
All right. I I will see that she has stopped and try to uh bind her again.
So you're gonna try and grab her.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Make me some kind of something you use for that. Kind of roll you use to grab her.
quickly creates a snare with dungeoneering and then snares her. No, I wish that could work.
It's not quite. Something athletic-y or
could
acrobatic-y
could I just like
might work.
sneak
Should
up on her?
tackle her.
I
Yeah,
could
to try
try to
and
sneak up
basically,
on her
yeah.
Yeah.
because that's a plus 13, so that's a 31.
Alrighty,
Nice.
you get a good hold of her. Alrighty. Wait, stealth?
I asked if I could do that, and you were like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "What?" All right, let's do it.
Okay, you
What?
sneak up behind her. She kind of knew something would be coming up behind her. So, you
Still
get a hold of
31.
her. Then, um, give me an acrobatics check.
Oh my god! For goodness sake!
Alrighty. The little
So
girl turns into a cat and basically gets out of your grip that way and starts
Oh,
running again. It starts
I
running
growl.
towards Cedra. Cedra, what are you gonna do?
All right. I'm going to attempt some sort of acrobatic check to finagle it. Do like an
Alrighty.
acrobatic back flipping tackle thingy. I don't know.
Alrighty, go
Try
for it.
to catch this cat.
Alrighty.
Well,
You grab a hold of the cat around the middle, get a good grip on it. It turned back into the little girl in the dress, but you managed to keep a hold this time. Doesn't
put
manage to
her in a
break free.
bag.
Alrighty, so you now have a little girl.
We're a happy family.
So, yes, you have a little girl that you've managed to confirm can turn into a cat.
can I
And back
roll?
again.
Can I roll something to figure out if she's something like me? If she is one of me, basically.
Sephruz knows that automatically.
Okay,
She's
cool.
something of that sort.
Um, I look at her and ask her if she's a Henge Yokai.
She goes,
Well, that's weird.
well,
I understand beast
you think
talk, so do I understand what she just kind of tried to say?
Yeah, I just make a
it was
face as it's
basically
slightly disturbing.
it was basically a expression of confusion.
All right, looks like I'm going to talk to her with my beast empathy
Well,
ability.
here's
That's
the thing, Sephruz.
I.
Something you would know. Most Hengai yokai were were originally animals. that eventually, after a long time of life, kind of awakened to a more intelligent form and the ability to transform themselves into a humanoid. However, while they were more intelligent, they didn't have like certain knowledge, like how to speak and languages and stuff at first, and had to kind of come across that, either learning it from others. Also, when many of them do awaken, they awaken into a form of a young person, young boy or girl. So it looks like, from what you can tell, that this one just kind of recently awakened to its humanoid part.
And she doesn't understand common yet. Um,
Yeah,
I'll I'll look at Cedra and say, I think we probably need to tie her up very well so that she cannot get back out. And we should probably report her to the teachers because we can't have a Hengyukai posing as a person's cat.
Yeah, do you think she took anything from the house aside from the dress? Do you think she's got like a
Uh,
weird cat nest somewhere?
well, that's definitely. I don't know. Would I know that? Something-
um, usually, as far as you know, one thing you would know is that one of the first things that you felt when you kind of became awakened to humanoid was cold, because having a lack of hair, that's kind of a problem when your hair and fur and stuff,
yeah, until you learn how to control it. Oh boy.
and having some kind of and having the basic knowledge, something cover up for warm.
All right.
So
I'll look at teacher and say she probably has a nest full of blankets and such somewhere, but that's not that big of a deal, I don't think.
yeah.
Not at the moment, anyway. What's more important is the fact that she's no longer completely cat.
Well, I have no idea what to do in this situation at all. This is really bizarre, and I'll be frank, probably only under your jurisdiction. I
Well,
kind of just throw my hands up, like I don't know what to do.
the only reason I know how I'm like I am today is because the elves took me in early on.
Yeah.
So looks like
Well,
we're
we
going to have
could
to
mail it
find
to the
her.
elves.
They're all dead.
Oh, oh,
Too
we could
soon.
find other elves.
What about your clan?
Hmm. Well,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. My plan was, I didn't have one, but it was going to be great once I did.
I think we should probably take her to the teachers and ask them what to do. And we should probably notify the family that their cat is not actually a cat.
Oh yeah, their tax forms will change now.
So yeah, we should probably still tie her up so she doesn't run off again because I don't want to have to chase her all around Kingdom Come again.
Well, I agree with that one because it was an ordeal. It was awful, and she gave us a run for the money.
Hi.
Yeah. So, who is currently holding on to the cat
I,
person?
f- I feel like Cedro is stronger than I am and more likely to keep her in check.
I feel
Yeah.
as if his trust is misplaced in me, and when Murdoch, uh, shows up, I offer the rope to Murdoch.
Oh, I wholeheartedly.
Oh, oh. Okay, what the heck is this thing? What's
It's
going on here?
It
it's a
appears to be a little
Hengai.
girl with red hair wearing a blue dress.
It's what I am, Murdoch, except a cat.
Oh, Well, that's
And-
a existential question thing as I've ever heard of. Wait, that's not how Murdoch talks. All right. You need me to hold her? Okay. I'll
yeah,
grab her.
I feel like we've probably bound her hands and up to like her arms at least, so that she doesn't just take off.
Well,
She can still shift, but
yeah.
hope, hope, hopefully we can come up with some kind of knot that will tighten up as she shifts. I don't know how that works.
Uh-huh.
Magic knots.
So, where are you headed first with the little girl that you've obviously tied up in a public place?
Well, considering she's mewling like a cat, I think they'll probably all think she's insane. So,
Cat,
and we can at least. Oh God, now she's talking. For fuck's sake! All right. I
cat,
start.
cat,
Can I start communicating her
cat,
to her
cat.
in beast talk and
Okay.
explain the situation to her of sorts?
Alrighty. So you're gonna try to explain to basically a 6 to 7 year old that her cat is not a cat.
I was talking about. I was gonna start talking to the cat
Oh,
and
yes.
and basically like trying to convince her not to run away from us. That we're not enemies and that she shouldn't be afraid of us, and that we'll untie her if she promises not to run.
Cat, cat.
I'm saying that's a yes. I don't know. Because I kind of.
Well, currently it appears that other than meows and it's like growls and possibly a purr, she has a one word vocabulary,
Okay, this is interesting. Um,
and that word is cat.
I'll. I'm gonna look at the other two that are with us. I'm not sure if the other parties are the rest of the parties arrived yet, but I'm gonna look at the other two and say, "You think we should untie her so that we don't look like we're kidnapping little girls?" I feel like it's a
Whatever
valid question.
makes you sleep good at night.
I'm more
Yeah,
worried about what we look like as a party.
I'll be frank. If we can get her to where she needs to be without looking sketchy, that's fine and all. But at the same time, if it's going to result in her like bolting and taking off, it's not going to look any better if we have to chase her down after having her tied up. So,
Fair enough.
um,
I I
got
just
to figure
rather our
something out.
party not be known as the girl nappers for the rest of our days.
That'll be our team name.
Name,
Girl nappers.
name.
Well, she's learning more and more common as we go, so
How
I'm gonna
much
start
common did
talking.
you learn in a day, Sephiroth?
It took me many, many weeks to learn how to actually communicate in sentences, and by many, many weeks I mean like a month. But
Yeah,
I could understand the shaman who was in charge because he was able to communicate with my animalistic side.
amiable.
I look at the child cat and kind of like shake my head and try to communicate to her with my beast entropy again, which I do not have a macro for. Oh no.
Amiable, amiable. Yeah,
I
she's very. She seems to be catching on to to individual words fairly well.
That's a start. All right.
Maybe she's
Well,
a prodigy in common. She just hasn't learned it yet.
I smirk. All right. I'm going to carefully untie her while like keeping my hand near her arm just in case she tries to bolt.
So, okay.
All
Amiable.
right. All right. and I speak to her in Beast and say, "Come with us. Just keep on following us. We're gonna take you home."
She's saying this in kind of a common actually, or
Hmm.
at least
Interesting.
as far as you can tell, it's in common.
Right. Well, I'm gonna look at Murdoch and Sage and say we should at least like leave her with her family for now until the headmaster decides what we need to do about this.
Okay. Well, I don't think that's a bad idea for sure.
Taking her to a foreign place will probably just make the situation worse. So,
Correct. Maybe we just need to make sure they understand that they need to keep her, not lose her again.
yeah, maybe put a leash on this cat.
Something, a microchip in her ear, those type of thing. But yeah,
a magical
I
tracking device.
yeah, that's yep.
All
I
right.
say we
Well,
go do that.
yeah. I guess we'll take her back to the family.
Alrighty. So you head back towards the tailor, or the building with the clothing in it on display.
We'll head back to Taylor.
Yes, you head back.
You see Duyan and Zul sitting having a nice lunch.
Yeah, well, it's more a late breakfast. Nice crumpets, biscuits, and
It's second
rolls.
breakfast.
Yeah, more or less.
I look at Dweon through the window and I mouth to him, "You better bring me some food," and then keep on walking.
I shove the last. I shove as I'm shoving the
last food in to your mouth.
Yes.
Alrighty. So, ding 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 ding. The tinkle of the bell by the door as you head in with the with your with the girl cat something or other. You see that the man is still working on the suit he was working on when you first came in, and the little girl appears to have been kind of pacing around and stuff, and here's the tinkle, looks up and well, like confused. Then Kitty turns back into Kitty and just kind of just kind of goes for the little girl and just kind of hops up into her arms.
I look at the little girl and the father and say, "Found the cat, but she's not just a cat anymore."
And the cat, Sarah is like, petting the kitty, you know, you know, a little more, vigorously than you'd expect, or than most cats would take.
Hmm.
Kitty jumps out of the out of her arms and turns back into the girl, blue dress.
How's the
What is
father
their
reacting to all of
reaction?
this?
Well, Dad is, father's like pulls his like goggles off, puts them back on. Well, that explains a lot.
Like what?
What?
I mean, like what?
Yeah, what does that explain?
Uh,
Well, that cat, cat was doing weird stuff. This is probably the least weird thing it's done. Turn
Well,
into a girl.
I'm worried about that, but
Well, I own a
uh,
cat, so that makes sense that the least weird thing it's done has been turned into a girl.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, so you're Kitty, huh? And the girl's like, cat?
I look at
Kitty?
the father. I look at the father and say, "She cannot speak common much yet, but she'll learn as long as you communicate with her."
So. Okay. So yeah. Cat and girl. The same. Okay. Anything else?
I
At
look at
this
the rest of the
point,
party.
Sarah has been staring at the cat in girl form for a while. It's like, sister?
Oh boy.
And the cat is like, sister? Oh boy. And yeah. Don't you mean, oh brother? Not oh
Oh
bother?
goodness.
Oh, bother.
But yeah. Uh, Yep. Well, I thought my life was too boring. So yeah. The father is like, fine, fine, well, okay. What do girl eat?
She'll
Um,
eat anything a human girl would.
okay.
Cephers, if you eat something in fox form and you get full and it's less food than you would eat in human form, are you still hungry when you get into human form? Because if she does the same thing, then maybe they could save on food and just keep feeding her cat food. You know what I mean?
Well, once she grows accustomed to regular food, she'll hate cat food because it tastes awful. But I I don't eat much to begin with, so if I eat my fill in fox form, then that's about enough to sustain me for about a day in human form, or humanoid form rather.
yeah. So, well, so, so you two, you, Mister. So, what? So, what are your names? Your associates apparently were the ones who first came in here, and I don't see the lady here.
She's getting a meal at the moment, I say with a roll of my eyes.
Well, herding them cats can be exhausting.
Yes.
I
And since
understand what you mean
Aya's,
completely.
I look at Cedra and
And
Murdoch,
yeah,
and
the cat girl thing says herding.
oh no. As long as we don't have to do it again, I look at as I say to the cat, don't run away from home, or at least come back next time.
Time, time,
As she gets sucked into the time vortex. Oh no.
time.
Next
Next,
section of the campaign begins.
yeah. So the cat girl, whatever, seems to be learning words, if not sentences.
Hmm, that's
So,
good.
so So, well, and Sarah seems to be happy to have a sister now. Yes, as well as a cat.
I like how nonplussed the
Her
Taylor
dad was.
was though.
Yes,
Or I said nonplussed, but I didn't mean to say he was confused. I meant to say he was just like, oh yeah, kid, whatever.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, well,
Can I roll an insight to gauge his reaction to see if this will be a decent home for the cat girl thing?
go for it.
17, not bad.
17. It, it appears that so far it's like, well, the cat girl has been less trouble than my own daughter, at least for the moment. Apparently, yeah, maybe having a sister will make her be more responsible or something.
Well,
I need some headache potion. That's kind of what
alright.
you get from him. Is like, yeah, apparently his daughter has been has been a little difficult, raising a daughter, particularly since you haven't seen a female, parent in the building. He seems to be the only parent. Well, all right. Well, so anyways, you guys seem to have been you've been a help. We'll need a kit. Well, I'll need to name her, I guess, because Kitty won't work for. Anyways, well, that's a problem for me later today. What about so? What do you want for doing this?
I look at Cedra and Murdoch.
well, this was a strange quest, so I'm not certain I know how to properly demand payment for such a thing. It was bizarre.
Yeah, we believed we were getting a cat.
Not a Henge Yokai.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's probably
you'll need to leave me the spelling
going
of
to
that
tangle
for
us
me.
up in legal problems eventually.
Yeah, you'll need to leave me the spelling for that. I'm not sure I'll be able to spell that regularly.
Just call her a cat hybrid.
Yeah, well,
How about
Close
I
like
think she
enough.
needs a real name.
Well,
Catlin?
How about mittens?
Catlin. I like that
I like
one.
Catlin.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Clever.
Anyways, you guys deserve a reward of some sort.
Uh,
Um,
What do you want?
Dweon walks in. He's
Eating some bacon.
he's got a donut for each of you.
oh man.
What? Where did you
Every
get
one
those
of which
from?
has a bite out of it already.
I look
Well,
at the,
maybe.
I look at
Well,
this
he had to
disgusting.
make sure tested for poison.
That's right. I hand the donuts out to the three other guys. Is Ia here also? Did she ever show up?
I think we just left her in the alleyway.
She's still standing there
So this is the
stoically.
perfect time.
You
to
shall
Yeah, she
not
was-
pass.
Yeah, she was holding down the fort. Fort trash can.
I look at the other three and say, guys, this is the perfect time to come up with a name without Aya's silly bomb comments. And we can tell to this guy, and then we'll start getting reputation under that name.
Hey, that's a good idea. We should say all we want is for him to say who it was that saved the cat.
But is that all we want?
Well, I mean, in addition to the real monetary reward we're going to ask for, but that's
Well,
beside the point.
We could just ask
Oh,
him
wait,
to
no.
make
Actually,
us
you know what we
some
should do?
cloth armor.
No, even better.
No.
We should have him make us all look dapper. Like the best suits ever. For everyone.
Oh yeah, totally.
If he can make a suit out of leather, that'd be great.